We had 4 dry days, and now we're going to, switch gears a little bit and see maybe 3 rainy days. And when I say rainy, it's not going to be all that. We'll see under a half of an inch of rain here in the next 3 or 4 days. And by the end of the week, Laurel, you're going to like that forecast coming up. I'll show you that in a second. But out along the Oregon coast, we saw mostly cloudy skies out there, temperature of 45 degrees. But again, we had that inversion layer again today. So that means temperatures were warmer up in the mountains compared down in the valley. We topped out right around 40 degrees. Big reason why it was the low clouds that we saw. Those foggy conditions were pretty dense at times. Temperature right now of 42 degrees. Winds are pretty light, coming in from the east about 5 miles per hour. So you can kind of make out that light gray on the radar. That is basically the foggy conditions that encompass parts of Portland all the way down to McMinnville and to Salem. Some of these clouds will lift a little bit heading into the later part of this evening, but we're tracking a weak disturbance that's going to be moving on shore really after midnight. Already starting to see some light sprinkles along the northern Oregon coast. And again, the next couple of systems, I should say, that we're going to be seeing this week aren't really all that significant. We will be seeing some light rain, dry by the afternoon, and throughout the mountains, a couple of inches of snow for the next 3 or 4 days. And on the radar, you can kind of see some high wispy clouds over throughout eastern Oregon. Down in southern Oregon, you saw a decent amount of sunshine earlier today. So as we put Futurecast into motion, I have it stopped here right after midnight. So up and down the Oregon coastline, we'll start to usher in some showers. We stay dry up and down the I-5 corridor, but right around the morning commute, 6, 7 o'clock, we'll start to see some showers. And this is basically the heaviest amount of rain you'll be seeing from, I'd say, 6 o'clock in the morning to around 9 o'clock or so. And then by the afternoon, I have it queued up here at 2 o'clock. We'll start to see some drier weather with some spotty showers at times. You'll notice a little bit of some mix of rain and snow throughout the Oregon Cascades, and it will be drying out late tomorrow night. And then another round of showers will start to move in by Wednesday morning into the afternoon. But again, Wednesday night and Thursday will start to dry out. So how much rain are we looking? Well, by the end of tomorrow, we could be looking at close to 1/10 of an inch of rain, and looking into the later part of Wednesday night into Thursday, maybe close to 1/3 of an inch of rain. Now, all the watches and warnings have expired throughout the metro area, but that yellow color you see is that air stagnation advisory still in place throughout Roseburg, southern Oregon, along the southeast side of the state. Meanwhile, that gray color, it's a freezing fog advisory that's been in place throughout eastern Oregon here the last 2-3 days or so. You're not only going to be seeing more freezing fog tonight, but also a slight chance to see some freezing rain tomorrow. So that's going to be the little hiccup you have if you'll be traveling later on tonight and into tomorrow. Really a good part of tomorrow. The forecast along the coast looks like this: morning rain followed by afternoon showers, daytime highs right around the upper 40s. Close to 50 degrees. Meanwhile, throughout the valley, slowly getting out of that inversion layer, so our temperatures will be back on track where we should be, right around the upper 40s. Salem, a high of 50 degrees. A few morning showers with a little bit more of that filtered sunshine by the afternoon, and morning freezing fog. Along with that freezing fog, like I just said, throughout eastern Oregon will be some areas of freezing rain. Throughout the Oregon Cascades, rain and snow showers, very little accumulation. I'd be surprised if you get an inch of new snow by the end of tomorrow. And here's a live look. Got a cap cloud over the mountains right now. Temperature of 42 degrees. No new snow, and you're not going to be seeing much in terms of snowfall the next couple of days, at least throughout the Oregon Cascades. Washington Cascades a little bit better, but throughout eastern Oregon, though, you're going to be looking at temperatures right around the upper 40s, low 50s, and throughout the Columbia River Gorge, you're going to be a little bit warmer with temperatures in the low 40s. And high tomorrow of 47 degrees. And once we get past the lunch hour, Laura, we're going to be seeing some drier weather. Showers for Wednesday and Thursday, Friday and beyond, all the way into the early part of next week. We could be looking at our 3rd dry weekend in a row. Not bad for the middle part of January. And I talked about this during the 4 o'clock show. Come Thursday, we'll start to see a little bit more of daylight. We'll be seeing the sunset at 5 o'clock. That'll be our first sunset at 5 o'clock or later in the last couple months.